Akane Yamaguchi from Japan.
Akane Yamaguchi getting a huge reception.
And please welcome An Se-young from Korea.
What a future this woman has in front of her. Already inside the world's top 10.
Umpire Naruneemasompong from Thailand. Service judge Veronique Bertin from France.
การแข่งขันประเภทหญิงลีกรอบชิงชนะเลิศ
Red or red?
To love on the head-to-head to An Se-young.
Your back.
The beater at the French Open in October.
Two sides. This side. Change.
On her way to the title, and also the Korean Masters in November on her way to the title. Just one of 5 titles that An Se-young won in 2019. As Yamaguchi, 22 years of age. She was up at number 1 in as recently as last September. First Japanese to reach the number 1 spot in the women's singles. Started really young and she showed promise when she was very young too. National champion whilst a primary school child. She's quick around the court. That's her week's work so far, and she's usually pretty patient. In fact, yesterday against Marin, that first game which she lost, she was very defensive and then changed it around completely in the next 2 games. Really went at Marin. As a result, I think the Spaniard was just a little inconvenienced by that style. An Se-young already up at number 9. She'll turn 18 in just less than a fortnight's time. Unsurprisingly voted most promising player of the year for 2019. Also joined the national squad as a junior high school student, which is hugely impressive. Mentioned the Korea Masters and the French Open. She won the New Zealand Open as well, which is a Super 300 and a couple of other smaller events. There's her path through to the final. First round against Han Yu went to 3 games, but no trouble at all since. It's just a really tough match to try and call this, because although An Se-young has won both their previous meetings, if Yamaguchi plays anywhere close to the way that she performed yesterday, takes some beating. Naruneemasompong is in the chair from Thailand, and it's going to be Veronique Bertin of France in the service judges chair.
Ready to play. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, An Se-young, Korea. On my left, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. Akane Yamaguchi to serve, level, play.
Clearly it's going to be in Yamaguchi's head that
1-love.
Young has beaten her twice on 2 occasions they've met. And recently, very recently.
Service over. 1-all.
That's a top shot, because that was floated pretty deep towards the back line by Young. That's exactly where she hit it, yeah. It's actually about 6 inches taller Young than Yamaguchi, 5'7" to 5'1". Does look like Yamaguchi's trying to carry on from where she left off yesterday in terms of style, when she was really trying to attack Carolina Marin. She wanted to be the one dictating the pace of the match, and she succeeded pretty well yesterday. Started well here.
Service over. 2-4. Service over. 5-2.
Wonderful touch from Yamaguchi. Well, she couldn't really have asked for a more confident start for world number 3. Great angle from Young.
Service over. 3-6.
It's going to be fascinating to see whether Young, who today is playing a top player, playing pretty close to the top of her game, whether she can still be competitive. I think An Se-young would admit she's quite scaled the heights this week, even though she's come through most of her matches pretty comfortably. Whereas Yamaguchi, stress yesterday against Marin was quite brilliant. Yamaguchi won that little battle as well.
8-3.
Well, she got to it, but just got it all wrong. It was way, way wide. Pretty good hairpin from Japanese, to be fair.
Out.
All of a sudden, scoreline starting to have a pretty lopsided look.
3. Service over. 4-9.
That's great reactions from Yamaguchi.
Service over. 10-4.
And because she just angled the racket head, took it away from An Se-young, couldn't get it back even though she just about reached it. Great defense, Yamaguchi again. And this is frustrating the Korean. It really is. And that's a lovely lead, 11-4, mid-game interval.
Eleven for play.
Fair to say that An Se-young's not been used to being in this position too often over the last 12 months or so. But someone of her steely resolve certainly won't think this is done and dusted yet, this first game. Ah, well adjusted.
Service over. 12-5.
Just seemed to hang in the air like a top quality footballer might do with a header. Oh, that's a beautiful shot though. That's an absolutely stunning shot from An Se-young.
6-12.
There's nothing wrong with the clear, was there, from Yamaguchi? First challenge of the match from the Japanese. Called out. Looked out. But what does Hawkeye say about it? Can confirm.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 7-12. Lane. And 12.
I think that's one of the most impressive parts about Yamaguchi's game is the way she can adapt. A very quick badminton brain. Sometimes you see her change a shot almost at the last minute and get away with it. Mere mortals can't do that. Oh, great defence. And she gets her just reward in the end. Astonishing for An Se-yoon. No right to win this point, no right at all. That is a superb shot from Yamaguchi. Were some observers that said because she's only 5'1", they'd get to a point where there wouldn't be any more progression, but I don't think that can be further from the truth. I mean, she's 3 in the world, won a host of events last year. She won the Japanese Open,
9.
Super 750. She won the India Open, Super 500. And to me, it looks like she's almost a better player now than she was a year ago. So, not sure how much more progression you want. In charge here, though.
15-9. Service over. 10-15.
Long.
Service over. 16-10.
It's been too good so far. The world number 3. For a player so many expects to get to world number 1 at some point. And Se-yoon.
Service over. 11-17.
It's good again.
Akane Yamaguchi, volunteer.
Had a long time to decide whether to play that or leave it. Yamaguchi, she chose the latter option. It was the wrong one.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Yeah, it was never going to work, that.
12, 17, play.
She still thinks she's right in this, and you know, you would never count her out. Little net cord on that, but it was a great shot nonetheless. It was the easy one at the end. She almost looks like she's elastic at times, Hansing, and the way she get down to shots so low, so effortlessly. And now, that was a little rushed, and she looks a little rattled, and the lead's only 3 now. Much more like it.
Service over. 18, 14.
Some shots even Han Se-yoon can't get to. Thunderous.
19, 14. Service over. 15, 19.
Another teaser.
Service over.
And 5 game points for the Japanese.
Thank you.
So 5 chances for Yamaguchi to
20, and
confirm this opening game.
15. Service over. 16, 20.
Well, the last point, well, the typified the whole of the game. Brilliant from Yamaguchi. 21-16. And she has the opening game against the prodigious young Han Se-yoon. 1-love to the Japanese.
Second game, level, play.
Well, starting where she left off.
1 love.
Apart from obviously because she wants to win this title, but I think Yamaguchi, if she does win this match today, will take an immense amount of satisfaction from it, because she knew she needed to beat this woman at some point pretty soon. Start getting a 3, 4, 5 match losing record against a specific opponent. It really starts to get in your head. She's not over the line yet, of course, but made a great start the way she played in that first game. Huge year, of course, for Yamaguchi with the Olympics in Tokyo.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges in.
Yeah, this might be worth an ask. Maybe. Always a little risky to use a challenge so early, but yeah, just had a feeling.
Service over. 3-1. Play.
So like her, really is. Look to formality. No such thing in this game. Nice cue from the 17-year-old. Rare error.
Service over. 2-6.
Yeah, just missed the sideline.
Service over. 7-3.
You could see from behind we had the perfect view, just pulled it a fraction.
7.
Fraction was enough to miss the line.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges all in.
Well, the challenge is coming thick and fast. She had a successful one a few moments ago.
Challenge
Not this time.
unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 6-7. Play.
Sneaks in front for the first time in this game, thanks to a little bit of good luck. Nothing lucky about that.
9-7.
There's been a sea change in the match, no doubt. Yamaguchi, for the first time, being definitely outplayed to a degree by the 17-year-old. Can't remember the last time she landed one of those trademark smashes we saw in the first game. Little drop shots aren't working quite as well. And it's just a confident look about An Se-young. 4 points to the good at the mid-game interval. It's almost a surprise now when she misses.
8-11.
Well, terrific fitness shown by both women in that rally. Fully appreciated by the crowd here in Bangkok. Well, it was called in an immediate challenge from the teenager. Let's see what Hawkeye says. Yeah, flush on the line. She was pretty close to it, actually, and so young. Not sure why she felt it was an immediate decision as well, but no joy.
Service over. 9-12. Play. Service over.
Just too good, that last one from the Korean.
9.
Just for a moment she was concerned it might somehow sneak over, but no chance. Rescue from Yamaguchi, and now the lead is a sizable one.
9. Service over. 10-14.
Well, certainly Yamaguchi stopped the rot. He's had to work incredibly hard to do it. A couple of errors from the 17-year-old.
Eleven, 14.
Yeah, once you are in two minds whether to leave it or play it, you're in big trouble.
11.
And when you leave it that late, it never works.
40. Service over.
Immediate response though from Yamaguchi. So maybe there's another story brewing in this second game, that Yamaguchi on the comeback trail.
Service over. 16-13.
So best shot for a while.
Service over. 14-16.
Well, she did absolutely everything she could. It was phenomenal defense from An Se-young. Yamaguchi, as good a rally as she's played all week, I'd imagine, after the power, the subtlety. She wasn't doing press-ups as a punishment, by the way, self-imposed punishment.
15-16.
Now it gets really interesting in this second game. Missed another one, and we're all square.
16-4.
Seems like only a moment ago she was 5 points ahead. But Yamaguchi has worn her down and worn her down. Just stuck in there with her, really. That's wide. The way this second game has turned since the mid-game interval. Just wasn't missing those 10 minutes ago. Now she's missing all of them. Huge point, this. You fear for the youngster. Yamaguchi 2 points away from securing the title. Off the back of some excellent play and some uncharacteristic, unforced errors, a whole spate of them from the Korean. Right decision to play, that was the right one, I think. That's wide. And look at both of them, they absolutely shattered. Oh, energy sapping rally or what? Both trying to better each other with the acuteness of the angle. It was a great angle, it was just fractionally too wide. To look up at the line judge there, Yamaguchi, and then as soon as she saw the outstretched arms, put her head down. Crowd certainly couldn't want for more entertainment, that's for sure.
19.
And Se-Young wins this point. Back in business again. Just can't tell which way this match is going to go next, can you? It always looked like it was going to be a thriller. Even if it ends up being a Yamaguchi winning straight games, it's just been a fascinating battle. They've been playing for 45 minutes, but it's been, well, exhausting watching it. It must be like playing in it. Put it wide. She's put it wide, and that was a chance from, well, back of mid-court, you might say. Yeah. Once again, and Se-Young ends up on her knees, but once again, she wins the point. Just tensing up a little, maybe, because of the enormity of the situation. Still 2 points away from winning the match. And Se-Young 2 points away from forcing a deciding game. That's a stunning shot from Yamaguchi. It really was. And it gives her championship point.
Service over. 20. Match point 19.
She held her nerve one more time. It's wide. It's wide. How on earth did Se-Young hang in there for so long? Well, unsurprisingly, there's a challenge. And why wouldn't you? Because this is the title, if the challenge is successful. Be surprised if the line judges got this wrong, because it was pretty slow flight. Yeah. Well, the crowd are cheering, I think just because they want to see more of this. That's the only reason.
Service over. 24. Late.
Great get, Yamaguchi. That's out. It's wide. And it's another championship point coming up. And now we're going to have a an An Se-young challenge, and I think it's going to go the same way as the last one, i.e. upheld. Yeah, by a distance.
Challenge unsuccessful. No challenge remaining. Service over. 21-20. 3.
So a second chance for Yamaguchi to secure the title. That's it. And fitting it should be with a quality shot like that. It's been really hard work, but she's beaten An Se-young for the first time. And she's the new Thailand Masters champion. (22-20) in a fiercely contested second game. She took the first game relatively straightforward fashion. Second game anything but. 49 minutes of just fascinating and inspiring women's singles badminton. Both these women we're going to see a lot more of in the next, well, 5, 6, 7 years, whatever. Probably more in An Se-young's case. Quite brilliant.